Now, let me tell you about shady shit happening in Europe. Almost as if the entire scene was completely rotten. Because your favourite player was in the headlines again. I know how much my chat loves this player. Joel, who everyone has been fucking championing, everyone's been fucking in my ear about why he's talent, he's the future of Swedish CS. Sure, he's had some behavioural problems, but if you just give him fucking chances, he's going to get there eventually. He's learned, he's not doing that anymore. E6 said there was no match fixing, Richard. Well, what about today, dickhead? How's your Joel forgiveness today, dickhead? Fucking, you don't get it. People don't alter their behaviour until it is corrected. How's my fucking benevolent Christian approach to life today, dickhead? Did he get banned for cheating again, dickhead? Yes, he did, dickhead, and that makes you the dickhead. This was the story on HLTV. And this happened. I think I hadn't long been home. I was kind of like just chilling, trying to get my head around the new Dota patch, doing all the important stuff before the Monday stream so we could come out, and hit the ground running. But I just couldn't believe it. I had to tweet about it. I never tweet these days. But I was just like, this fucking kid, how many chances are we going to give these guys? So, this is the story. Joel banned by... Now, I say Across, but is it Across? This is important for the stream. Can't help but notice you're slow on the answers to this chat. Wicked. A Cruise? It's never A Cruise. What the fuck is that? So it's Across. Right, okay. So Across, we've agreed. You say Acros? Fucking hell, mate. Anyway, this is the story. Joel banned by Across Anti-Cheat, removed from the BC top game roster amid investigations. Right, now, hang on though. Just before we even get into the story, let's click on it. Here he is. Hello, let's have a look at your career that you just pissed up against the wall at 19 years old. Now... his career's kind of interesting. Isn't it? It's kind of all over the place. Fine. Let's have a look at the matches. Now, these teams aren't very good because he had to join a team called BC Game. Let me just bring you up to speed on the career that he's had. And this is, right, so he was on Victory Zigzag. Super dubious team, if memory do serve me correctly. Loads of allegations around them. And then, obviously, there was the ESIC thing and blah, blah, blah. And back when he was in Godsent, that was when the initial allegation was made. He was benched on there. He goes to Victory Zigzag. He's playing out of his mind. Ton of allegations around that team. Then he leaves Victory Zigzag. He gets a 2-month trial in TSM because TSM don't give a shit about anything except trying to mine Counter-Strike for sticker money. So they don't care about who represents their brand or anything like that. So TSM, one of the biggest orgs theoretically in the world, right? He goes into TSM. And look at these fucking performances here. I mean, remember when everyone was telling you that Metasport were on the come up, and they were a good team to watch out for? He's just fucking battered them. So I mean, whatever. And everyone's going, "Wow, he's so talented, bro. He's so talented." Then for whatever reason, TSM don't decide to pick him up. So 5W, that fucking scamming org, I believe, that fucking said, we're totally in this for the long run, and then they weren't in it for the long run and said, actually, sorry, bro, we don't even know if we could pay you now. And then that ended, and then he was out of that. And then he joined BC Game, and everyone was sad. People were even, by the way, saying, I saw comments on Reddit like, man, when's Joel gonna get a break? When's Joel going to get a break? He's so good. He's so talented. So he joined BC Game. And then just look at the fucking just highs, lows, just all over the place. And the problem is, with this guy's reputation, I'm going to fully chronicle it for you on the stream. You just don't know. You can't trust anything this kid does. You don't know if he's good. You don't know if he's cheating. You don't know if he's fucking... throwing, betting, you just don't know. You just don't know. This guy has created so much suspicion. He is what I believe the kids call sus around his own play, his own ability, that the level of trust just isn't there from the old heads in the scene. Like, I was being told by people, he's legit, he's like big talent, someone should give him a chance. If he can just stay clear of any more nonsense, spoiler, these people can't. These players are habitually bad behavioral problems because no one corrects it. He's going to go on to great things. And so we got an opportunity to be coached by Guardian, by the way, at BC Game. And this is what he did to that. Anyway, you can see his last few games, he is fucking nuts. There were Reddit threads about it. People were going, wow, look at his stats since joining this team. He's fucking mental. And then, of course, he gets banned. So we're going to go back and we're gonna start not by reading the updates. We'll come to the updates second. So Joel has been banned by Across Anti-Cheat, leading to BC Games disqualification from the CCT Season 2 Europe Series 7. The 19-year-old was banned after joining the server for his team's match against Bait. Initially, BC Game were allowed to play the first map with a substitute after a significant delay. However, the team were disqualified from the tournament prior to the second map. A representative of Grid, the company behind the CCT series, told HLTV that with the information we have no reason to believe it's a false positive. He got banned, and Across later confirmed this ban to be true. Grid did not confirm the exact reason for the ban. This is not the first time Joel has been embroiled in controversy, as the Swede was suspended by ESIC in August of last year due to suspected breaches of ESIC's anti-corruption code. More on that in a moment. Then we get to the update. BC Game shared a statement saying they've removed Joel from the roster, saying, "We are currently conducting our own investigation to thoroughly examine the claims made. We want to support Joel during these suspicions until evidence is presented to us in black and white. Our priority is to uphold the integrity of the game and our organisation. BC Game strongly opposes cheating in any form," which, guys, he was publicly accused of cheating. He was publicly accused of cheating by a teammate who then deleted it from Godsent, right? So if you care about cheating in all its forms, you would have stayed clear. Anyway, they say have removed Joel from the current roster. Despite previous suspicions, we chose to place our trust in a young player who had made previous missteps. At this moment, we cannot provide further comments because, like you, we are in the dark. Contacted by HLTV, Across said there's zero chance that Joel's ban was a false positive. The company declined to provide more details about the case. Now, this is a funny one because the reaction from the community on this particular topic sort of surprised me, right? They've got to pick a lane and decide what it is they believe. Because I thought we wanted intrusive anti-cheats. We want intrusive anti-cheats to catch all of the cheaters. Because remember, quote, cheating is out of control in CS2. There's a cheater in every game, even in the professional scene. Richard, when are you going to wake up? Orgs are really genuinely dropping their teams because of all the cheaters and not because they're shitty bedroom orgs praying for sticker money they can't get anymore. When are you going to wake the fuck up? And then Across bans people and they go, that's a shit anti-cheat though. Might want to, that could be a false positive. Wait, no, hold on. You told me any intrusive anti-cheat is the solution. We need one. We need Valve to make one and put it in their game. And then there is one and you go, oh yeah, but that one's shit, Rich. So, we don't trust that one. Oh, right. Oh, okay, sorry. So Valve, who made VAC, which you say is bad and doesn't work, and Valve don't even switch it on half the time. I always forget what the story is. You think Valve can make a good kernel-level anti-cheat, even though the anti-cheat they have, you say, isn't fit for purpose. This one is bad, but the one Valve would make is good, right? Is that where we're at now? Is that where we're at today? I can't keep up with you, VAC cells. The goalposts are just like this. It's just a fucking blur. I can't see what it is you believe. Because it's just whatever's convenient. But surely, Across catching a cheater, right, is good. And surely we understand why Across wouldn't explicitly explain this is how we caught him cheating. It could be anything. Remember, it's kernel level anti-cheat. They might have just gone, he's a sus cunt. When he fires up the fucking anti-cheat, Let's just have a snoop around his fucking machine. Let's just see what he does. He could have turned on the anti-cheat and even Googled, like, download cheat. Or he could have been in a Discord saying, yeah, man, I hope my cheats are updated today. I've got to play on Across. Does anyone know about that? They could see that. Could be he tried to fucking download something. Could be he used something illegal that he's been using for a while. Could be something he just decided to use for CCT. We don't know, and they can't tell us. And you know why they can't tell us? Because if they tell us that helps the fucking cheaters that you Vaxels hate, you fucking cretins. So no, they're not going to be totally transparent about this. If they explicitly put it out in black and white, guess what would happen? The people who make the cheat go, oh, that anti-cheat's detected us, right? Let's change a few things around. Great. Now we're undetectable. Wicked. Thanks for that. This is what I don't understand about you guys. It's like you say you want to ban cheaters. You agree when players say, we should be the arbiters of who gets banned. And you go, yes, listen to Guild Eagles because they lost the game. Yes, Rigon should be able to fucking, Juan Flatru should be able to say who is a cheat and who isn't. Pasha should be able to do that. He should turn up to their house and threaten them with his big muscles. This is good. We like this. But if an anti-cheat made for the purposes of detecting anti-cheat that operates on the kernel level that you think is sacrosanct and can't be evaded, when, spoiler, there are fucking hundreds of cheats that evade kernel level anti-cheat detection, right? You say, oh, but we can't trust that because it's shit and we don't trust the brand, and give him a chance, guys. It's ridiculous shit. We want transparency, mate. So I went into that Reddit thread and lo and behold, the comments were there. I can't believe Joel got banned by one of the worst anti-cheats in existence, right? So, okay. Is any anti-cheat good enough? I guess not, because we do this. Then you see here, conversely then, shouldn't we be a bit cautious about whether this is a false positive? Striker just said an HLTV confirmed the TO doesn't think it is, but if an AC is one of the worst, then it could go both ways, no? And if it's so bad, then how has it managed to pick up something no other AC has? Just playing devil's advocate. 123 upvotes. Yeah, actually, let's give the serially disgraced player the benefit of the doubt on his latest disgrace. That's good, isn't it? Meanwhile, all the pros are cheating, of course. Like, You cannot pick a fucking lane. You people are fucking stupid. Like, really, the CS community, I don't know what happened. I have watched the collective IQ of this community fucking plummet in the last 3 years. It is insane, actually, how fucking dumb the average CS fan is. It is mental. It's why it's just become an insufferable shithole to, like, sort of, you have to sit in it and mire yourself in it. And any form of intelligent talk, he doesn't even play the game. He doesn't even play the game. We owe Loba an apology. Loba owes the world an apology for every shit take he's ever fucking put out in public. That's the only apology there. One of the only fucking humans genuinely capable of causing you to lose brain cells by their speech. It's a superpower. So it is mental, and he's not alone, right? Somebody says, here it is, they've never had a false positive on Across. Well, every anti-cheat developer would say that. I mean, again, there would be a record of the ban being overturned or whatever, and actually anti-cheat developers all the time point out, oh, hey, there's been some false positives. Valve themselves have done this with VAC and pointed out, oh, there's been some false positives about this, so we've overturned this ban, and we're working with whichever company it is, like Nvidia, I believe ES Portal or whatever it was, had like some false positives for a day. That was when everybody, all the VAC cells were going, Crims has been banned, he's been VAC banned, and it was like, it was one day, oh, well, he got pro privilege. He gets to cheat. It's just never enough, guys. So, I mean, also, sorry, this has got nothing to do with the broader point. But why is it whenever there's a drama with a fucking pro player or a fucking semi-pro player or whatever, there's always one dickhead in the thread that has to tell you about the time they fucking played them. We don't care, bro. Who the fuck are you, mate? Like, put that in your diary, you fucking loser. What the fuck? Every single time. It's like a pet peeve. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not, like, mega important or anything. This is like, oh, old man yells at clouds. Fucking... But why? Like, look at that. Look at it. Like, had him for headshots like 2 weeks ago, and it was 2-3. Even I was skeptical. Every kill was a headshot. Damn. No, fuck off, mate. No one cares. Now, I'll also point out how sad this is, because we've just come off the back of a drama where pros are saying everyone's cheating, you can't trust qualifiers, people are stealing dreams from the children. The dreams. Think of the stolen dreams. Someone's stealing the dreams. Don't steal the dreams, whatever you fucking do, not the dreams. Hate it when the fucking dreams get stolen. And so we had to deal with that for weeks, around the major and the sticker money. And then, of course, it was the romance. Valve killed the romance when there's still just qualifiers. It's fine. You can still pick 5 friends, get good, and go to the major. Still do it. No? Oh, okay. You just have to continually play. You can't just cheese. You can't just fluke a run in one tournament and make hundreds of thousands. Okay, well, whatever. The dreams. He's stealing the dreams. The romance is dead. We're dealing with all of that. And then a player who is a notorious cunt by all accounts. Right? He's just been involved in everything. I've heard so much shit, right? And seen so much shit. And you know, he's violated ethics codes and been involved with this, been involved with that. Embarrassing tweets. We'll come to that. One of the worst responses of all time. And now being banned for cheating. Said nothing about it, right? Surely, not my sweet, sweet guardian. He hasn't come out and defended him and put his reputation adjacent to... What's wrong with everyone? Like, why are we doing this? Why for this guy? Why for this guy? So, Guardian comes out and publicly says, as of now, I don't have anything concrete to comment on because I have not received clear evidence. What do you want? He's been banned by an anti-cheat. What do you want? What would it take? You know, let's extend that logic. If he got VAC banned, why do we trust VAC and not Acros? VAC's bad, right? Doesn't work, right? Valve don't care, right? But, yeah, we totally trust the VAC bans. So, anyway, as of now, I don't have anything concrete to comment on because I have not received clear evidence regarding Joel's ban. All I've been told is trust us, it's legit, which isn't enough for me to make a judgment. Until there is 100% proof of guilt, spoiler, my old friend, and I love you, Ladislav, but the 100% proof is the ban. Like, what's the theory otherwise? That this league just decided, apropos of nothing, to ban Joel for reasons, some sort of shadowy conspiracy we don't know about, and then refuse to budge on it and put their public reputation and potential litigation on the line. That's the alternative. Oh, okay. But we're doing show me the proofs, which isn't enough to make a judgment. Until there is 100% proof of guilt, I stand by my player as their coach and as someone they look up to. I believe in the importance of fairness in our game, and I'm strongly against cheating in any form. Again, you picked up this player. Reminder. While the investigation is ongoing, Joel is benched, and we are actively exploring our options to keep the team running smoothly. This situation is serious, and I am committed to ensuring that all decisions are made with integrity and respect for the game and towards my team. And then, fair enough, he has done the live long and prosper sign. So I'm a big fan of Star Trek too. So whatever, you won me back there. You won me back. Like. It's just so ridiculous. And like I say, we're gonna go into the history of this player and why anybody would defend him. I just don't know. I first heard about this back when I, again, in my ever ridiculous service to the CS community that definitely doesn't deserve me, I fucking listened to the insane ramblings of an ESIC whistleblower who wasn't really a whistleblower, had only worked for ESIC for a little while, and then decided to try and snowball all the information he gained while he was there into a platform for what looked like, suspiciously like, blackmail. His response to me, listening to what he had to say, to see if there was anything serious there, and doing it over 3 or 4 sessions, was to attempt to dox me, publicly publish my fucking burner phone number, and accuse me of being secretly in the employ of ESIC on a 6-figure salary. But back then, in the last chapter, scrutinising the ESIC whistleblower from saviour to blackmailer, a fantastic piece of journalism that barely anybody read because the scene cannot be helped, cannot be saved. There was this, and we can see how well this is aged. Just to fill you in on the background, as I said, this was this nutcase that fucking said he was a whistleblower. He publicly accused everyone of cheating. I think even like including Hooksy, if I remember correctly. I think he tweeted out Hooksy was cheating, which is like, I mean, dude, like maybe. But anyway, this was the first thing I'd sort of, well, not the first thing I'd heard about, but this is when I realized, okay, like stuff is probably going to come out about Joel, but this guy is sending me screenshots that do not meet the evidentiary standard publicly. And you can see here, he went to, after accusing Waro2K of being a cheater, Yarabo, that's the name of the whistleblower, was unable to produce evidence to back those claims and instead focused on other players on the Monty roster, namely young Swedish player Joel Holmlund. Yarabo had also apparently intimated that he also had evidence about Red Star, yet none of this was produced. And I interviewed Waro2K about this, and he said, after his podcast, I wrote to him asking about myself. He didn't give proof of anything about me, but after I asked about other players on the team, he provided some evidence about Joel, but it was only screenshots from some chat of someone selling info or something like that. I said to him if he gave solid evidence, we would pay $5,000 to $10,000. After that, Yarabo started talking about money every time, and now some tournaments don't want to invite us after saying they would do it. He wrote to me and our CEO saying we would never get invited because the CEO had not paid him the $5,000, and he said he lost the source of information because he gave those screens to us where some guy was talking about Joel match fixing for money. Anyway, I have seen the evidence Yarabo was using as leverage in this financial transaction. I have to say, it is utterly laughable, the type of second-hand source gossip not even the most shameless anonymous leaker would post for clout. It was literally a screenshot of a conversation of someone saying the player in question threw a game for a friend's friend for $500. There wasn't any conversation with Joel directly, no evidence of financial transactions. Hell, the person complaining about it didn't even provide details of which game it was specifically, or even if it was while he was on the Monty roster. Yet such is the nervousness around these claims being taken seriously behind the scenes that it was enough for Yarabo to get a direct conversation with the Monty management to discuss a payment arrangement. So what ended up happening there essentially was nothing came of that, but people did get a little bit squeamish and a little bit worried. And so Monty, I do believe, ended up cutting him from the roster, and that was because they were worried that maybe it's gonna come out. Now, I don't know which games he was meant to have thrown, but then he did get into that subsequent ESIC investigation, which had betting irregularities, and so we had that. Remember ESIC, kids? So they ended up banning him, and then they let that ban lapse. He was banned on September 20th, and it says he was provisionally suspended by ESIC pending the outcome of an investigation into claims he had engaged in corrupt behaviour earlier in the year while competing under Godsend's banner. He had allegedly placed bets on matches in which he was playing, including 2 bets involving his own team, in addition to 17 bets on various CSGO matches. According to ESIC, Joel failed to provide evidence to the contrary of the charges brought against him, which means the original reason for the suspension was substantiated. Despite initially stating that Joel had played particularly poorly in one of the matches in which he had placed a bet against Godsend, a reference that was later deleted from the press release, ESIC has now sought to clarify that there is no compelling or conclusive evidence that he was involved in match fixing. Yes, not in the games that he bet on for Godsend. But I do want to make this point. One of the things people have said is in the games that he bet on, sometimes he played really, really well, and sometimes he bet on himself to win. And you can do that in competitive gaming, guys. You can do that in online games. And by the way, some tournament operators are complicit with empowering players to do that in ways that will not get you banned. I have talked about it many times. You get a live feed of the stream of your game, which has the complete radar on it. You put it on a second monitor, and this is why, in all these weird online games, there's all these people like looking off to the side and looking at weird spots and missing things on the screen. Now, sometimes that's just inconvenient. Sometimes it's just a mistake. Sometimes it's just distraction. You're playing at home. Maybe there's a noise. Someone's got the TV. Girlfriend's stuck her head round the corner and asking if you're okay. Whatever it might be. But sometimes it is people using radar, and I talked about it with Akuma. I'm absolutely certain that's what they did. They came from nowhere to like beat like fucking like Gambit, sorry, beat Na'Vi, beat Virtus Pro, and like narrowly lose to Gambit. So you can do that. People need to get wise to this fact. Then, as you can see here, Joel put out a statement after he got him banned, because he did what every player does, and that is that basically if you go to a lawyer, ESIC will fold. They'll just fold because they don't want to get embroiled in any legal battles. They've done it every single time. It's super disappointing. They walk back bans over and over and over again. And even if you didn't believe this guy was in match fixing, and I'm sorry, the argument isn't compelling for me that he wasn't, and everybody that operates at that tier 2 level has certainly, and remember, I've got an extensive source network when it comes to match fixing information. They've all certainly said dubious things about him, but regardless, no evidence, no penalty. There was enough evidence there, I think, that he should have served the full term of his ban. They didn't. They walked it back because he lawyered up. Now I want you to look at the statement he put out. We're all prone to making mistakes, but I'm accountable only for my own. There are moments I wish I had never occurred, as they've left a lasting impact on both my career and my overall well-being. I've battled gambling addiction, and contrary to misconceptions, I never utilized insider information for personal gain. Instead, I faced losses, not gains, in this struggle. Now, by the way, let me also just tell you about this. Just because you lose it with insider information in esports, it don't mean shit. There's that motherfucker, what's he called? That Bulgarian player that says he sells insider information about the info. By the way, he's just tweeting about it. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They make you pay the money to get the info. Remember, even if I was guessing, I've got a 50-50 chance. Right? And so you give me money, I give you the tip. You bet accordingly. If you lose, lol. What's the legal recourse? So I have no doubt that if you're a heavy esports bettor, and particularly if you're operational in the scene, you're talking to motherfuckers all the time. Who's throwing? What's going on there? I've already written articles about this. I showed you what they were doing in 2015 in a circle where they had a huge spreadsheet, and it wasn't just who's going to throw a game. It was who's just broke up with their girlfriend, and how many hours of practice do they have, and he plays World of Warcraft and a new expansion's just dropped. I think they're going to lose today. They went hard in the paint in a way that only the most psychopathic sports bettors actually do. So the idea that, he said it again, get the post-it note up, the idea that this isn't something that, you can't make losses if you're using this inside information. There he is again, that cunt, Frozen Flames. Ban him. Ban him, Jace, ban him. Ban him. No, I'm kidding, don't ban him. It's absurd. You could obviously make losses and be doing all of the bad things. Anyway, he says here, I never match fixed. And I'm glad ESIC acknowledged that, and that all of you who read this can understand how hard it is to go through this. It had a profound impact on my mental well-being. Few were willing to join me in face-it matches, and I faced inappropriate messages frequently during games, leading to feelings of deep depression and sadness. Simultaneously, I was in my final year of the demanding natural science program in senior high school, by far the hardest program to choose, while playing for Godsent, balancing professional Counter-Strike and academics, forced sacrifices, mainly in sleep and personal life. I dedicated myself entirely to practices and official matches, striving for consistency, a challenge I openly addressed within the team and with our mental coach. The pressure to perform consistently at a high level, especially for young players, weighed heavily on me. I faced burnout symptoms, resorting to excessive caffeine consumption just to navigate through each day and give my best. Basically, this kid took a leaf out of the config school of my bad. My bad, but not actually my bad. Look at all these things and how tough it is. Remember when Config just went out, started a fight with someone, lost, broke his leg, fucked over his team, had to stay in a hospital and get a pin put in his foot, and he was saying, this is the darkest time of my life. I don't know, maybe there was some way to avoid it, mate. Maybe drunkenly trying to barge into a fucking nightclub after you've been refused entry and getting into a fight because someone said you had shit tattoos. Maybe don't do that. I don't know. I'm an old guy. I made my fair share of mistakes. But then to tell everyone, I'm so ready to change, and then Config's double-sculling jugs in fucking Malta while at a tournament. Yeah, ready to change. as I've said, no one changes in esports because no one ever is held accountable in esports. The only thing anyone is ever held accountable for in esports is tweets. That's where we're at. That's the business. You can do anything. You can be shitty in all sorts of disgusting, insane ways. You can fucking run companies into the ground, not pay players. You can fucking violate contracts, and you just fail upwards. You fail upwards until you just get a big bag of Saudi money. But if you have a bad tweet, then is that Andrew Tate in the background? No, it's just some other fucking moronic slaphead. Doesn't matter. Looks like Andrew Tate. That's an implicit support of the Tate brothers and their misogynistic human trafficking ways. Sorry, gotta ban you from all of esports. All right, cool. Anyway, I found myself unfairly targeted by false accusations, libel and slander, which have had a detrimental impact on my career. I want to make it clear that I'm taking steps to address these unwarranted attacks. Moving forward, I aim to find resolution and peace, seeking legal recourse against those responsible for spreading falsehoods. My focus remains on moving past these challenges and reclaiming a sense of fairness and integrity in my life. I have always found it challenging to openly display my emotions, often linking it to a fear of appearing vulnerable or weak. ESIC has granted me a second chance, and I'm committed to seizing it. I'm determined to embark on a path of redemption and make the most of this opportunity. Well, what about your second chance today, dickhead? What about your integrity today, dickhead? Right? I have no doubt he's going to fucking deny that this is some sort of fucking ban. But I just want to remind you, as I tweeted the other day, when he got a chance to join TSM after all of this stuff, he did tweet this. This might be the worst thing he's done. He joined TSM and then immediately compared himself to Kobe Bryant. They don't hate the good ones, they hate the great ones. What have you done to be quoting Kobe Bryant, you 19-year-old shithouse? You've done nothing, mate. You've got 2 point whatever the fuck ratings against shitters in CS and somehow gaslit a bunch of people into thinking you're a fucking legitimate talent. Then you quote David Goggins. Yeah, I think David Goggins, because it's easy to win because most motherfuckers are weak. Certainly is easy to win for you. David Goggins, though, didn't he also say something about not taking shortcuts? And that motherfuckers that do that are weak? I don't know. Stay hard. And then perhaps the fucking greatest insult of all is to quote Martin Luther King Jr. Don't even know what you were thinking with this one. What was the quote? In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Oh, were you sold down the river by your friends, were you? Mate, you've enjoyed the fucking silence of the scene by all accounts, so what the fuck are you on about? Got some fucking lawyer to fucking write you some bullshit fucking statement, which I know was written by a lawyer, because it includes all of the fucking tenets required to get compensation. Implied you were going to go after people like me, I would assume, for saying that, yeah, you're a fucking dubious cunt. Now, you fucked it all up by getting a cheating ban, which I'm sure you're going to deny. Because, again, accountability and Counter-Strike don't go fucking together at all. But to bring Kobe Bryant, David Goggins, and Martin Luther King at a fucking table, like, do me a fucking favour, son. We'll see what happens. I've got a bold prediction for you right at the end of the Joel news. He's going to get another chance. He is going to get another chance. No, he's done now, Richard. It's a cheating ban. He's going to get another chance. It's not a VAC ban. He's not banned from ESL. Face it. He's going to get another chance. He is going to get picked up by yet another team. I wouldn't even be surprised if BC shit or whatever they're fucking called bring him back and say, well, we did our own investigation and we found nothing wrong. There's not 100% proof. Where is the proofs? So 100%. 100% he's going to get another. He's 19. He could go away for a year, come back and get another chance. If there's one thing I have learned, as I've said, if you're not a player, or sometimes if you are a player, but very rarely, you will only be cancelled for tweets and weird sex stuff. They're the things that get you got. Anything else, just fair game in this industry. Anything else, just fair game. Beat people up at events, not a problem. Violate your contract, don't pay players, threaten players, hire sex offenders, tank orgs, steal sticker money, scam knives, racism. It doesn't matter. If you're a player or a manager or any of the important people in the ecosystem, you just get to do it. You get to fail upwards. Then, right, I will add, the only thing I've ever seen players get fucking cancelled for, like actually, like get hate for, is like shit talk. That's how upside down this scene is. I want you to think about how much fucking hate Cadian gets. And oh, you called that kid a noob. Imagine how that kid feels being called a noob. I'm sure it's never happened in any other game of Counter-Strike before, and I bet he looks up to Cadian, and I bet it really hurts his feelings, even though he couldn't hear Cadian call him a noob. Yeah, we all hate Cadian, right? So, fuck Cadian. And people literally looked through the rulebook to see if him shouting a noob met the threshold for disqualification. People posted the chapter and verse of the respectful conduct rule to try and create a drama that got Cadian fucking disqualified from the ESL Pro League because he said something, he called a player a noob. But config can just be a lout. And that's fine. Simple. How many transgressions in his locker? But he's really good at the game. Oh, okay. My bad. Like I say, having opinions, worst thing you can do in this business. Anything else, fair fucking game. Fucking mental. So yeah, prediction. He'll be back in that team, and they will use we conducted our own investigation and found nothing wrong with the player we really want to utilise. We will not participate in CCT anymore, but we will keep him on the roster, right? And then, failing that, he gets dropped. He's in the rotation for a little bit, and then he's going to get picked up by another org, and guess what? They're going to put a statement out. We know Joel has had this trouble past and been embroiled with lots of things, but we think we can guide him, and we believe in second chances. And it'll be that. And the community will fucking lap it up. So, watch this space.